Look, I love Tom Holland. I think he's a great actor. Besides the fact that he's always stealing your girl, he's got that wonderful charisma that befalls a Gen X thespian. But I don't like Mark Wahlberg.
The next day, you're gonna not feel it as much as you did 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, like you did with the home workout.
Maybe it's because he plays the asshole character in every movie that he's in. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to go into this movie unbiased about the lead roles. So keep that in mind during the review. Alright, let's get on with it. I'm gonna be upfront as I can about this. I've never played the games, so I guess that makes this an unbiased review. But keep in mind, if you're a fan of the games, my opinion's probably gonna be way different than yours. Alright, now that that's out of the way, how's the story in this thing? Well, sorry, but it's not very good in my opinion. Uncharted, more like uncharted. Treasure hunting movies can feel generic if they're not drastically different. To me, National Treasure is the only one of these films that really stands out.
This right here is my favorite thing, ever. In the history of forever.
A large portion of these films is finding some kind of MacGuffin, magic key, or whatever. And Uncharted is no different. I understand they're adapting a game, and that's a whole different ballpark. But I was kind of expecting something a little more, I don't know, unique? The rough plot of the film is that Mark Wahlberg's character and Tom Holland's character are trying to find Magellan's lost treasure, and they're on a globe-trotting adventure to find clues to its location. They're racing against a wealthy family who also wants to find the treasure. That's pretty much the whole movie summarized, and let's be honest. I mean, something like National Treasure is just a little more interesting and aesthetically pleasing. By the way, I keep comparing it to National Treasure because I consider that the pinnacle of treasure hunting movies. So the premise for Uncharted is pretty basic, but that doesn't always equate to a bad film. The only thing that can save us now is good characters and good character writing. So how is that? Like I said in the beginning, I love Tom Holland. I think he's a great actor with a lot of charisma. And to me, he is the best part of Uncharted. He's got the comedy, the not one-dimensional personality, and part of the movie is just a Tom Holland thirst trap. I'm not even kidding. I think it was intentional. And you know, it didn't necessarily not work. I like how they handled his character. So, how's his chemistry with Wahlberger, or whatever the fuck his name is?
Danny, don't worry about that. Lisa loves you too, as a person, as a human being.
Mark Wahlberg's character is just a huge asshole, huge surprise. And I get it, that's what they were going for. But they really pound that character trait into your brain. The film will stop at nothing to inform the audience that this character is untrustworthy, and it gets a little degrading and a little insulting after a while. Like, if you can't pick up on it in the first 5 minutes, you're an idiot. And at a point in the film, his character just becomes practically irredeemable, which is why his inevitable redemption is pretty much meaningless. I won't spoil his redemption scene here, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty laughable. And not to mention, Holland and Wahlberg don't even spend that much time together in the movie. I know, it's insane. Holland spends more time with Sophia Taylor-Ali's character, and they honestly have better chemistry. I apologize to all the Uncharted fans out there. I have been pretty negative so far. So let's turn that around, shall we? Now on to what I did like about this movie. The action scenes are just fantastic. I'm specifically talking about the two big action scenes displayed in the trailer, the cargo ship and the pirate ships. Walking the line between awesome and unrealistic is really hard to do, but against all odds, Uncharted pulls it off pretty well. I especially like the scene with the cargo ships because of its cinematography. I'm a sucker for cool visuals, and there's a long shot during this scene that genuinely had my head spinning. And that's a good thing. I want that blood-pumping action, give it to me. I'm just saying, if all action scenes in every movie were this exciting, I'm there every time. And I would have liked Moonfall a lot better. And the fight scenes aren't bad either. Is it worth the price of admission alone? Not really. It's close, but it's not quite there. Ultimately, Uncharted earns a 78. It's not bad. Some aspects of the movie will make it stand out, but it's not quite that Death on the Nile level of excellence. So that was my review of Uncharted. It wasn't that bad. I was just hoping for a little bit more. It's a good Tom Holland feature, but there's not much else here. So let me know what you thought of Uncharted. Have you seen it? Are you going to see it? Let's talk in the comments and on my subreddit. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
You shut the fuck up! I hope you die in a fire!